What's going on, guys and Colts fans? It's Emmanuel Jones here, back with another NFL record prediction. And this time, we'll be doing our NFL record prediction for the Indianapolis Colts for 2023 NFL season. Giving my thoughts, my game analysis, see which games I think the Colts will win, and see which games I think the Colts will lose. So, before I give you my record prediction for the Indianapolis Colts for 2023 NFL season, don't forget to put a thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see how well you think the Colts are gonna do. Do you think they're gonna take a step forward this year, or do you think they're gonna make the playoffs? Do you think they're gonna miss the playoffs? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Now, this is a new regime of Indianapolis going in. This is a new regime in Indianapolis. Now, they're going to be dealing with some learning curves because they have a new quarterback, new coach, and Shane Steichen, and also, which it's a new culture and all that. A lot of new stuff's going on. And, Indianapolis coming off a losing season. Now, the question is, can they bounce back this year? We don't know. So, let's get started here. So, week 1, they play at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, this is a game that can go either way. Now, some people might say the Colts might sweep, that the Colts might win one game to the Jags. But I don't know. I could think about that for a second until later this season. But I'm gonna say I got Jacksonville winning this game on the road because Jacksonville is just a more complete team, better quarterback, better coaching staff. So, that's pretty much why I think the Jags, win this game. Week 2, they can play against the Texans on the road. Obviously, this is a game that can go either way, though, but I think they're going to split with the Texans. So, most people kind of pick the Texans to win the first game, but I'm just going to say the Colts, win the first game on the road because I think the Colts, are going to have success on the road, especially Houston's weaknesses is ability to stop the run, and I think Jonathan Taylor can do that. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much why I think the Colts win this game. All right, then week 3, they have to go on the road against the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, the Ravens should easily win this game because Ravens, they got the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're the more complete team. They're at home. Especially, I don't trust a rookie quarterback on the road, especially against a good defense like the Ravens. So, yeah, I think the defense is going to do a good job, making some plays to confuse the rookie. And I think, Lamar Jackson is going to have success. He can throw the ball in the air against your defense. So, yeah, but I think it could be a little bit closer, but I think Ravens pull it out. So they're 1-2 right now. They could easily be 0-3 by now. Then week 4, they have to play at home against the LA Rams. Now, this is another game that can go either way, though. Now, that's a game where I think Indianapolis can definitely win because they have a good defense. Because, Indianapolis, offense can do enough to move the ball against the Rams. They can do enough to move the ball against the Rams defense because I don't think the Rams are going to be pretty good this year because I feel like they're kind of a rebuilding team. But You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna pick the Rams to win because I just kind of feel like that, the Rams, is gonna control time possession. I think that Matthew Stafford's gonna put up a show here as long as he's healthy. And I don't think the Colts defense will have an answer for Cooper Kupp. And I think Sean McVay is gonna scheme his things up because I think so. Yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Rams will win this game because of the Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay era. Because they have the better quarterback, better coach. So yeah, that's pretty much why. All right, the next game, week 5, they have to play at home versus Tennessee Titans. Obviously, in my Titans video, I had them sweeping the Colts. Now I'm changing my mind on this one, and I am going to say that even though I don't trust rookies against defenses, I think the Colts are going to win the first game. I'm gonna say they split with the Titans this year, so I'm gonna say they win the first game at home because I kind of feel like the Colts, are one of these teams that like to play, the Titans tough, and I just kind of feel like that Indianapolis, is gonna find a way to at least do enough here on offense to move the ball and all that. All that. So yeah, I got Indy winning the first game. So yeah. So I think they'll win the first game. Up to 2-3, almost to 500. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think the Colts win that game. So yeah, so they should win that game. And then next game, they have to play versus Jacksonville Jaguars again on the road. Obviously, let's see. So I think the Colts win that game here, and then next game, week 6, they have to play. So I think they should win. Then I think they win that game, and then next game, week 6, they got to play against Jaguars. Obviously, I might say the Colts can at least split with Jacksonville, but I'm just gonna say they get swept by Jacksonville because I just feel like Jacksonville has more to play for because they have a better chance to make the playoffs, and the Colts, really don't. So yeah. And especially Jacksonville is just a more complete team, and they have the better, quarterback, better coach staff, more complete team. So yeah, so I think, and also Indianapolis always struggle in Jacksonville, if they have not beat and they have not beaten the Jaguars in Jacksonville in like years. I think this is the time. I think that Jacksonville, I feel like Jacksonville kind of owns the Colts, in their stadium. So, yeah, that's just pretty much why. All right, so next game is they gotta play the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think they can win that game. All right, so they gotta play Jaguars. So yeah, that's pretty much why I think they'll win. All right, then my computer is still. You can't wait for you to become responsible next week. So yeah, so the next game, there we go. The next game they have to play against the Jaguars. Obviously, So I think they're gonna lose that game to Jacksonville here. So yeah. So yeah. All right, the next game, week 7. They have to play at home against the Cleveland Browns. So they play against the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, you know, I think the Browns win. They're a more complete team, have better quarterback, better coaching staff. Yeah, that's pretty much why they win. Next game they have to play versus the Saints. Now this is another game that can go either way, but we kind of understand that we know that the Saints have against Shane Steichen's scheme. They don't really play well against them. Against Shane Steichen's scheme, so that can definitely allow Indianapolis to win. But at the end of the day, I know it's in Indy, but I'm taking the Saints to win this game because I think the Saints are just a more complete team, better quarterback. And also, I just kind of really feel like that the Saints defense is going to give the Colts offense some issues. I think they'll stop the run, they'll rush the passer, and I think they'll do a good job stopping the pass as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Saints win this game. Next game, week 9, they have to play against the Panthers. Obviously, the Panthers should win this game here. Panthers, they're at home and they're the more complete team and have the better coach. Now that's a Frank White revenge game right there. So yeah. And I just kind of feel like this Panthers young defense is gonna give the Colts offense some issues because they're really good at stopping the. I mean, their defense very fast. They'll rush the passer. They can do a good job. Can stopping the pass, like covering receivers. So yeah, I think the Panthers are gonna give the Colts issues on both sides of the ball. So yeah, and I feel like Bryce Young is gonna do enough to throw the ball in the air against the Colts defense. So yeah, that's pretty much why. The next game, week 10, at the play versus the Patriots in London. Obviously, I got the Patrons. I got the Patrons winning this game because the Patrons. They're at home in their stadium. They had the better quarterback, better coaching staff. And they're just a more complete team. And Bill Belichick. This is Bill Belichick facing against a rookie quarterback, where he often confuses rookie quarterbacks. But I kind of remember last year where the Patrons, whooped them last year. But I think New England can do it again. So yeah, I think the defense can do enough to slow down the run. The offensive line can do enough to control the Colts pass rush. And they'll do enough to stop the pass as well. So So yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Patrons win that game. All right, so week 11, they're heading towards the bye, which after the bye, which means they have extra time to prepare and watch film. But I don't really know. And then actually after the bye, they have to play week 12 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this is a game that can definitely go either way. Now, I kind of went with the Colts for some reason because I kind of really like their offense better than the Bucs. But, at the same time, at the same time, I just kind of really feel like I could lean towards the Colts because, but you know what? I am going to take the Bucs to win this game because I kind of have a feeling that but I just kind of feel like I think they're gonna lose to Tampa because I just kind of really feel like that Todd Bowles' ability, against mobile quarterbacks, I think he finds a way to confuse them. I think he does a good job blitzing them and all that, which I don't think Indy's gonna have answers for the blitz. So I think the Bucs defense can confuse him, especially, Tampa Bay, has a good offensive and defensive line, which I think their old line can do enough to control the pass rush. They'll do enough, to do enough offensively to move the ball. I feel like that, Evans and Godwin's probably gonna be too much for your secondary to handle. And I just kind of really feel like that, that they have a better secondary and they'll find a way to stop the passing game as well. So yeah, I think this game right here is gonna be close and interesting, but I think the Bucs are gonna find a way to win that game. All right, then next game they have to play against the Titans again on the road. Obviously, I think they split the season series, so I got them losing to Tennessee right there. I mean, there's no way I see Tennessee getting swept by Indianapolis because Titans just continue to play them hard though anyway. So yeah, so that's pretty much why. That's pretty much why I think Tennessee wins, and also I think they have the better defense, which I think they can shut down the running game and give them a tough time. So yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Titans win that game. Then the next game they have to play week 14. They have to play at home on the road against the Bengals. So they're gonna lose that game to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is an overall better team, better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home. Yeah, that's pretty much why. The next game they have to play versus Steelers. Obviously, I got them losing to the Steelers because the Steelers, I don't trust a rookie against that defense of the Steelers because I think the defense is going to give the Colts offense issues, and I think they'll do a good job stopping the running game. Now, I kind of remember that game from last year where Pittsburgh beat them on the road. So, yeah, where Jeff Saturday had trouble with the clock management. So, yeah. So I just kind of feel like that the Steelers should win this game right here. And I feel like Kenny Pickett can do enough to throw the ball in the air against the Colts defense. So yeah, that's pretty much why. All right, next game, Week 16, they had to play against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is another game that can go either way. Now, some people are picking the Colts to win because they might have the better quarterback in this game. But I'm taking the Falcons to win because I just kind of really feel like the Falcons are just a more complete team. They're at home, have better coaching staff, and I just kind of feel like this I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road against that good of a defense at Atlanta, which they improved a lot. I think this defense is going to give the Colts offense some issues. I think they're going to do a good job stopping their running game, and I think their secondary can find a way to at least handle business against the Colts receivers and all that, because the Colts cannot really pass the ball that good. So I think Falcons can do a good job. With their pass defense, I think they're going to do a good job stopping the pass, and they have a good old line that can really block their front. And then the weapons on offense they have, I feel like the Falcons can do enough to move the ball against them. So I think the Falcons win this game, but I think it will be close. All right, then. Next game, Week 17 to play against the Raiders. Now, this is a game that can definitely go either way. I call it a track game for some reason. First, I went with the Raiders here because the Raiders are a more complete team, have the better quarterback, better coaching staff, and all that. Because we understand Josh McDaniel had success against his Colts scheme. But I'm going to go with the Colts to win this game because the Colts are at home and the Raiders defense isn't pretty good. So they should be able to move the ball against them. So yeah. So that's pretty much why I think the Colts win this game. But I think it will be close though, but I would not be shocked if the Raiders win this game though. So yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders win this game. I think they can do enough offensively to move the ball against the Colts defense, but I think the Colts find a way to win this game in some type of shootout. All right, the next game, last game of the season, they got to play Houston Texans at home. Obviously, they split the season series here, so I'm going to give them a loss. I give them a loss right there to end the season. So I think the Texans win that game right here. Just with the season series. So yeah. So overall, so overall, overall, I have the Colts going 3-14. Now I kind of had them below. Now the reason why I have them going 3-14 because this is a difficult schedule though because the Colts play like all the good teams in AFC North. Like they got to play the Ravens, the Browns, the Steelers, the Bengals. They got to play the Jaguars twice, the Titans twice. They got to play the Saints. They got to play the Falcons, the Panthers. I mean, this is like a hard schedule because they're 2-7 at home, 1-7 away, 2-4 in the division. 3-9 in the conference. That is terrible though. And I just kind of really feel like that the Colts, are going to take another step back this year. I just kind of feel like, they're going to be doing some learning curve with a new head coach, Shane Steichen, which I think he's going to make this team more competitive though. But I think the Colts, are a little bit overrated and could be underachieved. I think that Anthony Richardson is too raw for me to say that he's going to be anything good. He's going to be great. I think the offensive line is a little bit overrated and might need some work because it's very old. The defense is good, but not good enough to carry a team. The receiving core is okay. And then, they got Jonathan Taylor, who's a stud. And I just kind of feel like with Shane Steichen, the first-year head coach, is probably going to take some learning curve, which I don't know how good he's going to be, whether he's going to be good in year 1 or year 2. Same thing with Anthony Richardson, whether he's going to be good in year 1 or year 2. Like, who knows? So, yeah, but when you look at the Colts, because I see some games that I think the Colts can definitely still win. Like the Rams is a swing game, which I think they can win that game. I can see them beating Jacksonville once. I can see them beating the Saints, maybe the Browns. Maybe I can see them beating a team like those are some games like I think they can win. And I can see them beating the Bucks. That's another swing game. I think they can steal. So, yeah. So, for right now, I got the Colts in last in the division. I kind of have them like below the Texans for some reason because I think the Texans got a little bit better. I think their offensive line did improve, and I think, the receiving core did need some work on them. And I feel like C.J. Stroud is going to be pro-ready than Anthony Richardson, which I don't think Anthony Richardson may not be ready. Maybe he might be ready in year 2. Like, who knows? So, yeah, I can definitely, but I think in my opinion, I think the Colts, from that standpoint, I think, the Colts can, I think they're going to go somewhere from like 3 to 5 wins this year. I'm just going with 3 due to like almost a tough the schedule I've ever seen. Like it's kind of hard, but I think their floor is probably going to be like 1 or 2 wins this year. And then maybe I say their ceiling can be like about like 7-10 if everything goes right and Anthony Richardson plays the best football. And then the offense starts to get it clicking. And then the defense, starts to play really good. So, yeah. But I just kind of feel like 3 to 5 wins can definitely be enough. because I can definitely see them winning 6 games this year too. I wouldn't be shocked if I did. So yeah. So that's how I see it as the Colts. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Watching. See you guys later. Peace.